Thank you for viewing this video for directory listing administrators in the cold system. We will cover how to create root entities, sub-entities, and positioning for executive offices and field offices. Once you log into the site as an administrator, you will see the menu across the top of the page has changed to include state entities and upload. Click on State Entities. On this page, note that the All Entities tab is missing and only My Entities appears. This is because as an administrator, you have the authority to edit, create, and delete entities all the way to the root level. To create a new root entity, click on the New Root Entity button on the right. A window will open asking for the name of the new entity and click Next. Now you will fill out a profile for the entity covering basic information, locations, and contacts. You will also see this symbol letting you know that specific information is required for the entity you are creating. In this case, a website is required when creating a root entity. In the last field, you will select Entity Type. Note that when creating child entities under an agency or department, executive offices will automatically be placed directly after the root entity so that they reside at the top of all child entities. Field offices will automatically be located at the bottom of the list. We'll show an example of this later. After completing the Basic Information tab, you'll see that the system has already made us aware of information that will be required. For the Locations tab, a window will open for you to fill in a physical address. You will then have to determine the address type from the pull-down menu. Note that the required data message is asking for a headquarters address. Select this from the drop-down or make sure you include a headquarters address in another entry. Move to the Contacts tab and enter a name, phone number, and optional email address. Again, the type of contact must be selected from the drop-down menu, and in this case, the system is saying that a general information contact is required. Click Save, then click Back to List. You will see that the new root entity, AAA department, has been created. Now let's create a child entity under this department. We'll go through this process quickly as the steps from this point are the same as for creating a root entity. Once this has been completed, you will see the division has been nested under the department we created before. If you were to try and delete the root entity at this point, the option button would not be available and would give you the error message indicating that a root entity cannot be deleted when there are child entities under it. However, we can delete the child entity. Once all child entities are cleared, the root entity can now be deleted. Note again that when creating child entities under a root agency or entity, that when selecting the entity type, executive offices will automatically be placed directly after the root entity so that they reside at the top of all the child entities. Field offices will automatically be located at the bottom of the list. Keep this feature in mind when organizing the structure under a root entity or under other child entities. This concludes this video on creating and managing root entities and child entities for directory administrators in the cold system. Thank you for watching.